Hello there, and welcome to this explainer. I'm Michelle, and I'm so glad you've carved out a few minutes to join me today. If you're a homeowner navigating life after 50, thinking about the future can sometimes feel, well, a little overwhelming. But today, we're going to explore a truly empowering and surprisingly simple tool. It's designed to protect your home, your assets, and most importantly, your family. Let's walk through this together. So let's dive right in with a big question. What happens to my home when I'm gone? I know it's not exactly our favorite topic to bring up over morning coffee. It's a question we naturally kind of want to avoid. But asking it right now is actually a profound opportunity. By having this conversation today, you literally have the power to save your family a tremendous amount of stress, time, and money down the road. To understand why planning ahead matters so much, we first need to look at what happens without it. When someone passes away owning a home in Illinois without a direct transfer plan, probate court steps in. And honestly, the realities of probate can be pretty tough. It can drag on for several months, sometimes well over a year. Plus, every single filing becomes public record, meaning anyone can look up exactly what your family is going through. Most importantly, it adds a severe logistical burden onto your heirs at the exact moment when their grief is already so heavy. But the really wonderful news here, this whole process is entirely avoidable. One of the absolute biggest reasons you'll want to avoid probate is the financial toll. 10%. That's a truly staggering number when you sit and think about it. The costs tied to probate, things like attorney fees, court costs, appraisals, they can run as high as 10% of your total estate value. That's a huge chunk of the wealth you've spent your whole lifetime building. By simply planning ahead, that money can easily stay exactly where it belongs with your loved ones. So, how exactly do we avoid all that? Enter the TODI, or the Transfer on Death Instrument. A TODI is just a simple legal document that lets an Illinois homeowner name a beneficiary for their property, completely bypassing probate court. Think of it just like naming a beneficiary on a life insurance policy. When the time comes, the home passes directly to the person you've named, totally outside of the estate and far, far away from the court system. Now, what brings a lot of homeowners incredible peace of mind is the level of control you keep. Setting up a TODI simply records your intention for the future. You absolutely retain full ownership during your lifetime. You can sell your home anytime. You can refinance whenever you need to. You can easily name a different beneficiary if your family's circumstances change, or you can just cancel the TODI completely. You remain entirely in the driver's seat. Executing this document is incredibly straightforward too. To be valid, the TOD just needs to be signed, notarized, witnessed by two people, and finally recorded with the county recorder's office while you're still alive, like the Cook County Recorder of Deeds, for example. Generally, an elder law attorney handles this whole process from start to finish for you, and the legal fees typically only run a few $100s. It's such a small step right now that prevents a massive headache later on. Now let's move to our next section, protecting your asset, and specifically, shielding your home from Medicaid estate recovery. This is an absolutely crucial benefit for homeowners over 50. As we age, the possibility of needing long-term care naturally increases. If Illinois Medicaid steps in to help cover those costs, they can later seek repayment from your estate after you pass away. And because the home is usually the most significant asset, it's often their primary target. But because a TODI transfers the home completely outside of probate, it may actually shield your property from being claimed by Medicaid for repayment. It acts as a really smart, forward-thinking shield for your family's inheritance. Of course, a TODI isn't the only option out there. Let's do a quick comparison with a living trust and joint ownership. While all three of these avoid probate, a living trust comes with pretty high setup costs, even though it does offer high flexibility. On the flip side, joint ownership has low setup costs, but very low flexibility because you're sharing ownership immediately, which can definitely get complicated. As you can see, the TODI sits perfectly in the middle. Low setup costs, high flexibility, and it successfully avoids probate. For a lot of folks, it's the most accessible, targeted tool available. Now, you might be wondering, is this some sort of legal loophole? Absolutely not. The TOD was officially established back in 2012 by the Illinois Residential Real Property Transfer on Death Instrument Act. It is a fully codified, legitimate estate planning tool recognized by Illinois law and highly respected organizations like AARP. You're using a well-established legal pathway that was designed specifically for your benefit. So who should be thinking about this? Honestly, any homeowner over 50 should start having this conversation today. You really don't need significant wealth or a super complex estate to benefit from it. Starting early just gives you choices. Families who wait to discover these options in the middle of a health crisis usually find that their choices are severely limited and their costs are way higher. So give yourself the gift of options by starting now. And please remember, you don't have to navigate this all by yourself. A seniors real estate specialist, or SRES, is here to help you understand the landscape of your housing and planning options. While an SRES can't give legal advice, they act as a guide, connecting you with the exact right professionals at the right time. An elder law attorney is the expert who will actually step in to provide that legal guidance and handle all the heavy lifting to make sure your TODI is executed perfectly. To quote our source material directly here, planning ahead changes that entirely. Taking control of your estate planning isn't just about filling out dry paperwork. It's a profound act of love. It's a gift of clarity, peace, and security that you leave behind for your family. It replaces confusion with a clear, legally recognized path forward. As we wrap up our explainer today, I'd love to leave you with this question to reflect on. What does peace of mind look like for your family? Does it look like an easy transition? Does it mean avoiding courtrooms and heavy legal fees? You have the tools right now to paint that exact picture of peace for them, simply by making a plan today. If you found this explainer helpful and you'd like to learn a little more, I warmly invite you to explore our free Homeowners 50+ resource library. It's packed with comprehensive guides on everything from downsizing to aging in place, and there is absolutely zero pressure. My goal is just to make sure you feel informed, empowered, and supported in your community. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care, and I truly hope you feel ready to take that confident next step.